Howdy, it's Jim Morado, and this is early July 2023. We're at the Confederate Cemetery in Okolona, Mississippi. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And let me just read off of a couple of signs here to give you information about this. Northeast Mississippi's largest Confederate cemetery. In 1862, the Okolona College building, known as Rose Gates College, was taken by the Confederate government as a hospital. It was a 3-story building with about a dozen rude wards surrounding it. The Presbyterian Church was also used for the same purpose, and a number of soldiers were cared for in private homes. While the Confederate Army was operating in Tennessee and northeast Mississippi, the sick of the Army was sent to the hospital at this place, as were the wounded from the battles of Shiloh, Corinth, and Bryce's Crossroads. These soldiers were principally from Alabama, Arkansas, Georgia, Florida, Kentucky, Louisiana, Missouri, Mississippi, South Carolina, Tennessee, and Texas. Between 900 and 1,000 deaths occurred in Chickasaw County, and that number of bodies lies in the Confederate Soldier Cemetery, situated in the northwest portion of Okolona, adjoining the old Citizen Cemetery on the south. The college building was burned by the Federals on one of their raids after it had been abandoned by the Confederacy. The cemetery is enclosed, and the graves have been cared for and yearly decorated with appropriate ceremonies by the members of the Okolona chapter of the United Daughters of the Confederacy, who are striving to raise money to erect a fitting monument to the memory of their sacred dead. And we actually spent a good chunk of time here. This wasn't on our radar as we were driving through the area. We just kind of happened upon it, and we stopped, and it was very moving. It's in a very nice little rural area. Seems like a very nice little town, and we stopped here, and I think it hit us that most of these young men were, well, you could probably say boys. These were boys. Here they are. A lot of unknown markers. Luckily, some were identified too. Sadly, some need a little bit of repair. But for the most part, really with one or two possible exceptions, these stones look very well taken care of. The grounds looked very well taken care of, and it was just very, very peaceful here. And we were glad we were able to stop. And just a tad bit more info from Wikipedia on Okolona, Mississippi. During the Civil War era, 5 skirmishes or battles between Union and Confederate forces occurred in and around Okolona. The Battle of Okolona occurred in February 1864. In a running cavalry clash between Confederate General Nathan Bedford Forrest and Union General William Soy Smith, the Federals were defeated just north and west of town. General Forrest's brother, Jeffrey, was killed in the engagement. This whole area is, if you're fascinated with General Forrest, there is a ton of forest history right through here. Anyway, this was just a really interesting stop, and we were glad that we stumbled across this place, and it was just a huge bonus on our trip. We did see some other Civil War sites while we were here. Spent a good chunk of time on the Ole Miss campus, and I'll put up other videos of that. But we were very fortunate that we got to see this cemetery, and it was very a very sweet place. Have you been there? If you're from Okolona, what else did I miss in town? Let me know. Thanks.